Hi, everybody. Um, I promised I would make a live video of making bruschetta pasta with the Pampered Chef Rock Crock. This is the 4-quart Rock Crock um, Dutch oven, and it is safe in the microwave, safe in the oven, safe on the stove. You can put it in the freezer, the refrigerator. I never have ever before made pasta in the microwave, so that was a whole new concept for me. But I decided to try it, and we really love this recipe. So it's pretty simple. Just takes a little while for it to cook in the microwave. So bear with me. This might take a little while. So it calls for a pound of spaghetti, and it recommends breaking it in half, which I think is kind of fun because it's what my mom always did when she made spaghetti. I can't do it all at once, but yeah, just break your pasta in half, and it'll fit right down in the rock crock. You can just see it just all fits down in the bottom. Hi, Jessica. Well, you guys can come back and have dinner. And then on top of the pasta, you're going to add 4 cups of broth, either chicken or vegetable broth, and that is going to give it a nice flavor. I've got chicken broth here. I'm just going to pour in here. And I'm just going to use the tongs just to make sure that all the noodles are kind of separated in the broth. These, by the way, are really cool tongs. So you know how, like, I have another set that takes 2 hands to open and close. These are so cool because if you tip it down, it opens. If you tip it up, it locks. So I'm going to cover this and put it in the microwave, and it's going to cook in the microwave for 8 minutes on high. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear me while the microwave is running. Okay, now we're going to make the bruschetta part that's going to go in there. This is the manual food processor that we used with the last video that I did. And it, as I told you last time, it's not something that, had I just been to a Pampered Chef party and seen it in the catalog, that I would have ever considered, because I have a big electric food processor. But this is really pretty cool, and what's kind of nice about it is it's so much easier to clean, for one thing. And if you are going somewhere, like to someone else's house to cook, or even a picnic or something, and you have use to chop up vegetables or anything, it's just really cool. So the top just comes off, and there's a blade that just fits down in the basket. And we're just going to, I've got 4 Roma tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut them into chunks. I already washed them and dried them. I'm just going to cut them into chunks and throw them in here. I might do half of this at a time. Just put the lid on, and you can see it very quickly processes the tomatoes. So I'm going to throw the others in. Somebody type, can you guys still hear me over the microwave running? Somebody say something. So you can see what a good job it does chopping up the tomatoes. And then I'm going to add, I'm sorry, I'm still looking at my recipe, basil. Okay, again, thankfully my basil plants are growing well. So I have really about a third of a cup of loose basil leaves, and I'm just going to add those. And I forgot to buy more garlic, so we're using the standby jar of garlic. And about 3 or 4 cloves or a good spoonful from the jar of garlic. And a third of a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Always helps to take the little thing out of the, but oh well, we're almost there. If you tuned in a little late, we're making bruschetta pasta, and the spaghetti is cooking in the microwave in the Pampered Chef Rock Crock Dutch oven. All looks really good. I got a couple tomato chunks I'm going to chop up a little bit better. Of course, you can do this in your electric food processor. You see how nicely that's made up. And then when our 8 minutes is up, which we have 3 minutes to go, I might have to do a stand-up comedy routine or something. We'll just pour this over the pasta and put it back in the microwave for another 8 minutes, during which time we're going to make cornbread, which we could probably start now. The cornbread I'm making in our brownie pan, one of our brownie pans. See, it's squared. And when you do this, when the cornbread comes out of the oven, you can use one of the boat press pieces. You bake it first, and when it comes out, then you press down, and it makes a well into the cornbread or brownie or whatever it is. In this case, I'm not going to do that, but if you do that, then you've got like a little boat. Last time we did the cornbread boats, we served them with chili and shredded cheese and onions, just kind of as like an appetizer or a snack. If you do it with brownies, you can fill them with like a cream cheese filling or whatever you like. So I'm going to do the cornbread in our batter mixer pourer thingy that I showed you guys before when I did something. I can't even remember now. What did I do? I don't know. So it has a silicone top that goes on here when you're ready to press the batter out. And as you can see, it's got a silicone hole. But for mixing the batter, you just use the paddle part. I'm going to put the liquid ingredients in first, which is, and here's a little trick if you ever make the boxed cornmeal mix. And I bet you is that writing backwards? I bet it is. But anyway, Danny's aunt made the best cornbread. And one day we were at her house when she was cooking, and she shared her secret. So the box says to use 1 egg. So she uses 2. Calls for, I think it's a 1/3 cup of milk. And she's just a teeny bit generous with the milk. And then she says part of her secret is sugar. And like my grandmother, she didn't measure either, so she just spooned some sugar in there. So then you just fasten the lid on. We got to let this sit, which is fine because Danny's aunt says part of the secret is to leave it sit for a while and stir it some more later. So we're just going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to get the pasta back out. And this is all so much easier if you're taller than I am. So the pasta's not quite cooked all the way, and I'm just going to stir it around. None of it sticking to each other. That's good. Then I'm going to take the blade out of the food processor because we don't really need that in the pasta. Add the bruschetta. And just toss it with the tongs. And if you're thinking, aren't you going to drain that spaghetti? No, we're not. We're going to let it incorporate all of the liquid into the pasta to give it a lot of taste. Let's see if I can tip this so you can see it without spilling it. You see it? Okay. Eight more minutes, we'll finish up the brownies, or not brownies, cornbread. So it's been sitting a little bit. I'm going to mix it up some more. Then I'm going to just take this. Not going to worry about cleaning it. We'll do that later. Put the silicone cap on. Get it down in there. And the reason I like to use that with this pan, of course, if you're making your cornbread just in a regular pan, you don't care about that. But this just dispenses exactly the right amount for the openings. Oops, a little air there. And then I'm just going to put that in the oven. And I'll come back maybe later and do just a really quick, the pot, so Brienne asked, is that a special pot that cooks pasta? Pampered Chef does actually have a microwave pasta bowl, but this is just the rock crock. It's a Dutch oven. You can use it in the microwave for all kinds of things. You can use it on the stove. You can use it in the oven. It's just a all-around Dutch oven type pot. So I'm going to put those in the oven a little bit later when I can be sure I can watch them. So we have still 6 minutes while the pasta cooks. So what else can I tell you guys? Somebody ask a question. This part is dishwasher safe of the manual food processor. This you just want to kind of wipe off. Where did you get the pot? The pot is from Pampered Chef. It is the our part of our Rock Crock series of kitchen gadgets. There's casserole dishes. There's a flat, like a pizza stone. I should have the catalog here. I could show you guys, but it. Where did you get the pot? Okay, the pot is from Pampered Chef. And you guys may or may not know I started as a Pampered Chef independent consultant not too terribly long ago. And I only got to do one in-person party before COVID-19 made us all have to do everything virtually. But even before that, Pampered Chef does virtual parties. And so easiest way to set them up for me is on Facebook, because almost everybody I know is on Facebook. So I'm really doing these videos for my party that I have going on right now, and I'm using my Facebook portal as the device to record the video. It worked out the best because it can follow me around the kitchen. If I move, it tends to follow me, and except that you get a wider view and see the whole messy kitchen. But it was better than trying to use my phone. Hey Janice, yes, there is an online website and I can send you the link to it later. There's a party going on right now, but it ends in a couple of days. But I will, I think I may have already invited you to, it's Bonnie's COVID-19 Pampered Chef party or something like that. And so I'm doing these videos because of the way I'm doing the video with the Facebook portal. It has to be on my regular timeline, and then I'm gonna share it into those groups. So this still has 3 minutes to go. I almost wish I could pause you guys, but I can't. We are going to be adding fresh Parmesan cheese on top of the pasta. I can just, what can I tell you? This is one of our bowls. This is the batter bowl that I use to make and have the broth in. I didn't plan this very well. I thought it was going to take me longer to do the cornbread stuff. Any other questions? Do you have? Yes, I do. I will post under this video on my timeline my Pampered Chef website, and anybody that wants to come into the party. Most of you, I think, that I've seen sign on here are already in the party group. Brianne wants to have a party. Woohoo! Well, and this is a good time to do it because right now, April hosts can earn extra free merchandise, and there's 2 really cool tools that we have that you could get for 60% off. One of them is the quick cooker, which I used the other day to make the chicken that went in my chicken soup. And the other thing is the cooking blender. And I don't have the cooking blender yet. That's what I'm hoping to get when we close out this party. So it's like a regular blender, makes smoothies and all the other things you would use blenders for, but it also makes hot soup. The cooking blender actually cooks. So that's stuff that you can earn in April. So this is so close. I'm going to stop this because it'll be done enough, I'm sure, for you to see it. This could be a disaster in the making here, folks. Hang on. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. I can't get a good grip. just going to give it another little toss. Are you on the way, Jessica? And that's all there is to it. Bruschetta pasta. It is really, really tasty. Let me see if I can tip this for you so you can see it in the pan. So what this is, I'll post the recipe also. You need a pound of spaghetti, and this serves a lot of people. As you can see, it's a lot of spaghetti. So Jeremiah and Jessica, you guys need to head this way now. So you have a pound of spaghetti, 4 cups of chicken or vegetable broth. If you don't have like boxed or canned chicken broth, I really like the better than broth. You keep it in the fridge, and it's a kind of a paste. And you need 4 plum tomatoes or Roma tomatoes, 1/4 of a cup of loosely packed basil leaves, and in my opinion, there's just nothing better than fresh basil. So you should be growing your own anyway, but even if you don't normally grow it and you're going to make this recipe, go buy a plant at the garden store just to use it for the recipe. 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, 1/3 cup of olive oil, and then Parmesan cheese for garnish. And that's it. And I'm going to bake the cornbread, and I'm going to come back and do the video of taking it out of the oven and showing you guys how to make the boats. I'm not going to do all of them in boats, but I'll do a couple so you can see them. And Jeremiah and Jessica, you need to head this way and you can taste test the pasta. All right. See you guys later. Hi, you guys. This is going to be really quick. When I made the bruschetta pasta, I also put a pan of cornbread in the oven in our Pampered Chef brownie pan. But I wanted to show you what you can do. This is cornbread, not brownies, but you could do this with brownies as well. We have these boat sets, and there's different shapes for different pans. But right when it comes out of the oven, if you just push the boat press, they call it. I'm not going to do it all because we're not going to eat them all that way, but it makes, see how it just makes an indent? And then you can fill that for cornbread. The last time we did this and we made the cornbread boats, we filled them with chili and toppings like shredded cheese and onion and stuff. If you do it with brownies, you could use like a custard or cream cheese filling, or even just like whipped cream or something like that. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to show you guys how that worked. Okay, bye-bye.